Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's a surprise video because I'm so excited to announce the return to my Technique Tuesday videos. We're going to get started. I already have a few videos planned in my head and I can't wait to dive right in. So for this week's challenge, or technique, I decided that I wanted to show different options for what we call smooshing. And basically, it's just the way that you get ink onto your paper project, right? So I have a little bit of a thicker, sort of like cellophane, not cellophane, this is cellophane, right? The packaging that your stamps or your dies come in, we're going to be using that. That red piece that I was playing with was from a Vicki Boutin Foundations paper pad, and then we have our blocks. I'm using Distress ink or oxide ink, Catherine Pooler, and we're going to play with a mica and the oxide spray. So I want to show you. So you could just ink on the plastic and try and go straight to the project. A lot of times you're going to find you're going to need water to kind of activate, because putting it down, it works, but you don't get a full amount of color like you do when you wet it. Okay, and this is just white cardstock that I had in my stash. Nothing, particular, but I just wanted to show you. So now with the harder plastic, I'm going to spray the green mica. This is called Distress Mica Stain A Fresh Balm. Or balsam. And maybe they call it balsam. Okay. So I'm adding the liquid and then I'm spraying just a little bit. And I'm just doing that because I want it to really move around. Now, what I found with the harder plastic, I'm going to tell you, it's kind of hard to get the movement that I was looking for. So for me, the cellophane from the stamps is the better option because it's really more flexible. So I can lay it down, I can take my finger and kind of rub the liquid around, and it just gives it a better look down there at the bottom. Okay, and this one, you see that mica? Oh my god, that shimmer, I love it so much. I just do. So now we're going to take the oxide spray and we're putting it on top of one of our clear blocks. We're going to spray a little bit of water on that. And then we're going to just kind of use the block, press down, move it around, try and get it to have a little bit of movement. Now with the blocks, it's going to be also more of a challenge because it's going to stay truer to the shape that you're using because it's not flexible. You can't bend it. You can't do anything. So you can just keep adding colors and layers this way as well as using the plastic. So use what's in your stash. Try different things. If you don't have a lot of packaging that you want to use, grab some saran wrap. Use that. That's flexible and you can spray and use it to put the stuff down. You just want a material that the ink is not going to sink into and make it so that you can't get movement on your paper. Okay, so you got that one, and then this from the ink pad is like a lighter version. Do you see that? So I'm going to actually use the ink pad on our cellophane, use the water, and let's move it some more. So right from the ink pad, it's giving a different tonal quality than if we did straight from the actual spray bottle. So I'm going to show you both ways. So if we did just a straight spray, we can even go up to the top part and keep layering and making different shapes with the colors. Okay? And usually on my oxides, I'm going to be honest, I don't do a whole lot of spraying with the actual nozzle because I use them mostly just for splatters. I don't like to spray directly on my project. I feel like I risk ruining what we've put together. So that's why I always use it as splatters. But this is really interesting. Just play with the material that you have. See what kind of reaction it gets. If you use like bubble wrap, you would have the bubble like design going in. Like, you could play. That's one of the best things about mixed media, about crafting, is those times where you get to just have abandonment and have fun. Okay, so to clean up, I like to use my stamp sprays, and then I save the different pieces that I use. So when the situation comes up, I can just grab it and start making my background. Now, with this series, I am going to create a second series, or a third series, I should say, where we take the technique that we did on Tuesday and we create a actual layout using that technique. Okay, so tomorrow, come back, because you'll see the actual layout that I created using the smooshing technique on my background. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to start bringing this back. I've been wanting to bring back Technique Tuesday for a long time, and I'm so glad the start of this year that we're finally getting ready to add more of it back into our repertoire. All right, so thank you guys. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week with our next Technique Tuesday.